Guys, what's up? It's Andrew Bender back here again with the Bigfoot No.1 Classic, and today we're going to be doing upgrades. So, all the upgrades I got, ball bearings for all around, always need them. Some blue wheel nuts, which look really cool in the wheels. STRC caster blocks for the front, blue. I finally got the right RPM front rear A-arms, so I'm going to put those on. Some blue aluminum shock caps, make it look pretty cool. And these are turnbuckles for the steering, so we'll put those on too to make it look really cool. So, as I said in my previous video, I won't be running this much, but I decided to go ahead and just get all these parts to make it look blue and cool. So welcome to the upgrade video, and we'll show you what's going on. I'll get some parts on and then we'll show you. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I got the Bigfoot all taken apart here. Just got all the parts in for the first side. I'll show you a little bit more on the other side, but the STRC aluminum blue caster block, ball bearings in the axle, the blue upgraded toe linkage, and now I'm going to put some blue wheel nuts with the blue body and put the wheel back on. So see how it looks and all that, and I will update you when we're taking apart the next one. So that's pretty much that, so we'll talk to you in a minute. Alright, I'm back as I said, guys, and I got one full side done. Oh boy, it's more of a pain than you think it is. So we got the STRC aluminum caster block, we got the blue anodized toe linkage, we got the aluminum shock cap on, and we got the ball bearings inside the hub, and the blue RPM A-arm on. So I hope to get blue linkages of these someday, but that's one whole side done. And and we got, yeah, the ball bearings. Back here we still got bushings. We still got the stock. Everything is stock except the RPM A-arm back here. So we'll move on to the next side and I'll show you what's going on. But just to show you a little comparison between bearings versus bushings, let me get the camera in the stand and I'll show you that quick. Alright, here we are. Bushing. It stops there. I don't really like bushings because they don't do much, but then we got the, and we got the blue wheel nut bearings. Look at that spin. Look at how much longer that spins versus bushing, and it's still spinning. So what bearings do overall is they put a lot less wear and tear on the truck. The bushings do wear out after a while, but the bearings will give you a little bit more overall top speed because you don't have it just a bushing. This is a bushing. There's nothing to it. It's just a little copper piece of something that sits in there as a bushing, really. I can't really describe it any other way. But then the bearings are a double thing with little balls in them that let them roll around much freer and easier. So I think it's going well, really good so far. And we'll get the next side on and I'll show you what's going on. Alright, cool. Alright, so I thought I'd show you a little bit more of what's going on here. Step number one to take the, to get all these upgrades on is we're going to take the wheel off. So we'll do that. Alright, so now that we got the nut off, we can just pull the wheel off, just like that. And what's awesome about this is you can probably already see, doubles as a stand. I think that's pretty cool. Turn it over a little bit. So now we got the hub here with the bushing in it. We got the caster block that is plastic, which will be replaced with an STRC aluminum. We got the toe linkage, going to be replaced with aluminum. And we got the shock caps that are black, and they're going to be replaced with aluminum. Also, here's the stock wheel nut, silver. Still looks really good, but I'm putting blue ones in. I think it'll match the truck a lot better. And the ball bearings. The ball bearings will go right where the old bushings were. So the next step to this, ooh, that stuff's coming off. That's not good. That's okay though. The next step to this is you want to pry this small hex off. Go in there, and it's actually, there's going to be a little pin in there that you want to make sure you catch. You're going to need that. Stick a screwdriver in, turn, it should come right off, and the pin already fell out. The pin has gone through the axle, and it goes into that little groove in order to keep the hex on well. So now that you have that out, what you can do is the axle, there's another with this bushing here. There's a ring around that you want to save for when you put the bearings in. Push the axle out. Here's the axle. Take the ring. This is the little ring you need to keep. And if you want to keep, for safe sakes, put it on the axle. And now the bushings are in there. What you're going to do is you're going to take your hex. You're going to push the bushing out, the rear. You're going to push out the front. Just like that. And now you're all ready to go upgrade to ball bearings. So then the next step is, what we want to do is we want to get this available so we can put this new caster block on, and so we can put the linkage on. So what you're going to do next is all this, and let me show you. These screws, that one and that one need to come out. This top one needs to come off. And then there are E-clips under this caster block right there. You're going to need to take out the top E-clip. Don't lose it, and the whole shaft will slide down, and you can pull that right off. So let me get it to the point where we can take the E-clip off, and I will show you how to do that. Alright guys, we got everything pulled out. So we got the pin pulled out of here, the screw taken out of here, and the bolt taken out of the toe linkage, which we are going to be replacing. One thing I do want to say though is with the toe link, the camber link, there's going to be another washer in between the camber and the camber screw and the camber link to the caster block, so you're going to want to keep that. Next, what you're going to want to do is, I just screwed that back in there, E-clip, E-clip. Take one of them out and pull that pin out, and then we will put the new caster block in. And after that, we'll put the ball bearings in, and we'll screw this thing back together, and we will put the new toe linkage, the new blue toe linkage in too. So we'll pull those E-clips off for you, and I'll put the new caster block on and show you how it looks. Alright, all done. We got the E-clip out, put it back in. Sorry for the overexposure. And that's what it looks like new. You want to make sure though that that piece right there is facing up so you can put it back into the toe link. So now the next step for this upgrade process is we take out that bolt right there, and underneath that there's a Phillips screw that you need to put a screwdriver on. And once that's out, we can take the new toe link and screw it right back in there, just like that. And then it comes out and it screws back right through here. So let me get that new toe linkage on for the first part, and then I'll show you the second part. Alrighty, then I'm back. Got that in there, and now we have a blue toe linkage. So the next step to this is going to be to put all that back in, screw it in the same way you screwed it out, and then we will put the axle back in and get those ball bearings in. So I will come back when we're ready for the ball bearings part. All you gotta do is screw these in reverse wise. So be right back. Just to reiterate, so what you want to do is you want to take this screw that goes through here and put the washer on the other side of it so it goes against the caster block. That's what I'm talking about before, just to clarify. Alright, we're back. We got it all done. We got the steering block in. We got everything set up properly. So next what we're going to do, I got it back in the stand because I got to show you from the stand. We're going to take 2 ball bearings, put one there, and stick one in the other side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this axle, put it through from the rear, like that, and then you're going to take this O-ring, this washer type thing, and you're going to stick it over that, and then we have the little peg, remember? And then we stick that in, and then the front end hex. The front is different than the back. The front one is way wider and a gray plastic. We stick that through and snap it in. Just like that. And now we have a ball bearing in there. Last thing you want to do is take your tire, line it up with the hex, put it in, take a new blue wheel nut, take it, tighten it down as much as possible, and my little trick is take this, stick it in there, tighten it up, and there you go. That's a whole side complete right there. Now we got both sides complete, and the next thing is we're just going to take another aluminum shock cap. We will pull out this screw, right here, and this will go on there, just like that one. So now we got both sides full blue, except these, and I hope to get those someday. And I'll put the shock cap on, and then we're gonna move to the rear. So I'll talk to you in a minute. Alright guys, there we go. Dual aluminum shock caps. All STRC RPM Traxxas upgrade parts. The front end is done. I'm quite amazed it's done actually. It's about time. So next what we have is the right rear, the right ones from the last video. I didn't have the right ones. Yep, these are the rear A-arms that are going to go on there. We're going to put then these wheel nuts and some shock caps and some ball bearings in there. So I will do one side and then I'll show you how to do the other side. So we will be back. Hey guys, I'm back. Alright. Blue wheel nuts installed, aluminum shock cap installed, blue A-arms installed, and I got it on a level lower because I want a little bit more suspension travel, trying to make this thing drive a little better. And I got the ball bearings installed. I thought about doing aluminum hub carriers in the rear, but you literally can't see them, so I think I'm only going to do these parts. Probably order those parts, but yeah, I got it all set up. It's really cool actually. I think I really like it, so I will show you a little bit how I do the next version. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, here we go. Here's the rear. So what you want to do is just like all the rest, pull this wheel nut off, and I'll show you this time because it's the same for the front and the rear. Pull it off, pull the wheel off, Set the wheel nut to side. Use the wheel as a base. Take your screwdriver, poke it in there. Pop that nut off. And make sure to catch the little axle that goes through here. Now on the rear there's two spacers actually. There's one here and there's actually one in the back, so you want to watch out for that. Next, what you want to do, so I can turn it a little bit. There's bushings in this side right now. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Take out this screw. And actually, before I start that, you actually want to take off this. This is the rear skid plate that goes on here. You can't actually pull the axle screw out unless you take that off. So make sure to take that off. So you're going to pull this out. And you're actually going to leave this out before you screw it back in, because this is how we actually put the ball bearings in. Pull that out. Now you're going to pull out this screw way up here by the A-arm. Alright, so now it's all the way screwed out. Since it's a big long shaft, you're going to have to use your Allen wrench. It's funny, you actually don't use the Allen wrench at all in any of this build. You just use it to push out axles just like that. And the last thing you want to do is take off the front suspension screw, which is right in front. I'm not going to show you where that is, so you just get in there. As you can probably see, the bushings are in there right now, which aren't very good. Don't let the motor run freely, therefore making it work harder. So bearings are definitely a good idea if you want to go faster a little bit and just for overall wear and tear. There we go, got that screw out. And now all you want to do, there's the stock A-arm, and when you pull this out, there's the rear. That is the rear back of the hub carrier there. So next, what you want to do is you want to just get in there, poke the front out. Poke the back out just like that. Alright, so then you take new A-arm right here, stick it right where the old A-arm was. Take the big long screw, wherever it went, right here, and stick it back through there. Just like that, and then you're going to want to screw it in right away so this A-arm just doesn't flop all over the place so you're trying to do the other parts. And make sure you don't screw any of these screws too tight either, because you want the parts to move freely. Alright, so just up against there, a little bit tight, back it off a little bit, just like that much. That seems about good. Alright, so next what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your ball bearings. Oh, I only have 4 left. Wow, I'm glad I got the 10-pack. It takes 8 ball bearings, 2 per wheel, to do this whole upgrade. Take the bearing, stick it in the hub, stick the rear one in, just like that. Then after that, I'm going to take the axle with a spacer. Remember to put the spacer back in. Just like that. You're going to stick it back through with the ball bearings. just like that. And then you're going to take the other spacer that was in the front, which is actually thicker. The thicker spacer goes in front, just like that. And you're going to take the axle that goes through the axle itself, take the hub, line it up properly, and takes a bit of force. Snap it in there, just like that. And that is your new ball bearing hub carrier. So then on this there are two holes. You want to put the axle, the screw through the top one. So stick it in there, put it through the top, just like that. And then you screw it in. But not too tight. Make sure all the suspension components are moving freely. Just like that, not too tight. A little bit looser. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is going to put the screw in the front suspension back in. So we will be right back, and I'll show you putting the screw in the front suspension and removing the shock cap and putting the aluminum shock cap on. Alright, so we're going to put the screw in the front suspension there. If I can find it, here we go. Stick it in the screwdriver. And I am doing the innermost hole because I want the most travel possible. And I will stick preload in the suspension because the out-of-the-box handling is not very good on this truck. So I like to make them ride as high as possible, but then put some preload in so the suspension rides a little bit looser and can soak up those bumps better. Another tip would be the rear shocks. Really could use a better oil in them than what they have. It's really thick, and they put thin in the front, so but that's it. That's the screw in the front suspension, and that is pretty much your front suspension. And now we're gonna do, this is actually really easy. If you do it right, you don't even have to look at the shock oil, and you don't lose any. Take this out, and there is going to be a washer. Take the screw out. Alright, so we got the screw back in, and we took the screw out of the top. We're going to take a pair of pliers, actually two pair of pliers. Here's the shock. You want to hold the sides that are flat, just like that. And you're going to take your other pliers. Sometimes it can be hard. There we go. Just like that. And it's going to twist right off. And if I'm lucky, yep, the bladder is still in there. So what we do, now these shocks fit tight since it is the Traxxas shocks. Take it, squeeze it over it. Put it on, take your pliers, tighten it down a little bit, take the screw, put it back through the hole, put the washer on the other side of the screw, just like that. And sometimes it'll do that. Put the screwdriver on the screw. And screw it in. Sometimes it can be a little hard because it hits the thread in there. Alright, that's all screwed in. Suspension works. Take the wheel, line it up with the hex, and they are different offsets, so you cannot use the fronts on the rears or the rears on the fronts, just like any two-wheel drive Stampede or Slash. But with the Slash 4x4 you can use the wheels all around. But screw the new wheel nut back in. Alright, it's tightened down, turn it, tighten it up, and that's it. The rear's done. Really, really loose back there, but that's okay, I'll tighten that up a bit. That's it. That is the entire truck, all upgraded. So, I will bring you guys back and get some cool shots of the truck. Thanks for watching. I'll be right back. Alright guys, look at that. She's all done. Blue wheel nuts, caster blocks. I just ordered the camber links, blue toe, blue RPM bumpers, ball bearings all around. She's smooth as butter. Look at that. Beautiful. And the rear, we got ball bearings, aluminum shock caps, and RPM blue A-arms. So, this tutorial is complete. I will clean my desk area up, and I will get all my trucks out and put them out to show for you. And that'll be the end of the video. Stay tuned. Alright guys, end of the video. This is my RC collection. Just thought I'd share it with you. So what I got is here, a Stampede 4x4, completely stock. It is completely stock right now. Stock everything. I do have red wheel nuts for it, but I'm not sure I want to put those on yet. It's all wet and stuff because I sprayed the wheels with WD-40, so make them softer. I have two bodies for this. I have a blue body and a red body, but I've always wanted the red body, so that's what I got for that. It's really cool. I really, really do like it. I have ran it. It's got the 4-pole system in it. You got the Traxxas wheelie bar, really cool, which I will not be putting on my Stampede 2-wheel drive. But yeah, that's my Stampede 4x4. The next one, come over here. You guys just know what this is. This is the Bigfoot No.1 Classic. Really awesome. Just got done with all the upgrades as you guys watched. I showed you a little bit how we got the blue. It's all blue now. I think it's really, really cool. All chrome, and got the aluminum there, and yeah. So that's the other truck. I think it looks really, really good. Another view of it. Redid the shock, so it should be much more springy. Be able to go over bumps a little bit better, handle a little bit better, but yeah. I think the blue wheel nuts really, really help it look really good. I think it's an awesome truck. It looks pretty baller. Alright, and the third one, Slash 4x4. I've had this for a little while now. I have had one before, but this is another one that's pretty much almost stock, except for a few things. There's an anti-sway bar in it. There is the light bar kit in it, and some aluminum wheel nuts. I got some mirrors on the body, and I got some windshield wipers on the body, which is pretty cool. But then what I have is the RPM front lights. These ones actually light up. These middle two light up when you accelerate, and the back two, these two light up when you decelerate. Looking from behind, we got brake lights. They actually work as brake lights, which is really cool. RPM front and rear bumpers with the mud flaps, and cool something underneath the car. I have the ESS1 sound system in there that makes a short course truck noise because I like watching Traxxas Torque series, which is amazing to me, and I really wanted to bring this thing to life, and man, she roars pretty well. So that is the collection of all my RCs. That's my Stampede 4x4, Stampede 2-wheel drive, and Slash 4x4. I really hope you enjoyed this upgrade video. I know for some of you it's pretty much second nature, but I just thought I'd do this for people who are just getting into the hobby with this new Stampede 2-wheel drive. And I know these are going to go off the shelves like crazy because got a lot of guys out there that love the old 79, 80, 76, those years of trucks, and it's really cool. So more upgrades coming soon. I will be putting the aluminum camber links all around, front and rear, and then from there I will take another look at it and see what else I'd like to do, but I don't think it's going to be much after that because I'm pretty happy as is. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Please tell me how I can improve my videos. I'm always looking for ways, and I know these aren't professional. I could do a professional job, but right now I'm just trying to push content out for you guys, help you guys look at the brand new truck and see what kind of upgrades you can do. So hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.